manufacturing plant in Massachusetts something that just might change the world. A giant battery, big enough for a whole neighborhood and designed to be cost-effective and to keep working for a very long time.
I want to have a battery that's big, reliable, safe, and will deliver electricity for decades.
It's the invention of Don Sadoway, professor of materials chemistry at MIT, and it's potentially the holy grail in the push toward clean energy.
You have to be able to draw electricity from the sun even when the sun doesn't shine. And if you can't do that, then solar power is not the answer.
Think about it. The way to truly end the need for carbon-emitting power plants and embrace clean energy is to solve a key problem. Yes, we now generate electricity with wind turbines, but what about when the wind stops? And yes, solar panels now dot the landscape, but what about when the sun sets? Just as the need for power accelerates. The answer? Mega batteries charged by those turbines and solar panels that can store all that clean energy until whenever it's needed. Such that wherever you are, the lights always turn on instantly without the need for those power plants.
So this is the place?
Yeah.
Is this where, like, it began?
Yeah. It's all done here.
It was here a decade ago that Sadoway's big idea was born, a battery made of liquefied metals. Sadoway then got help from some of his students here at MIT. It was a kind of class project for the ages. His battery idea was finessed and patented, and soon enough, the world took notice. Pinned up outside Sadoway's office, shout-outs from Bill Gates, now a key investor. Time magazine named him one of the most influential people on the planet.
We need to think big. We need to think cheap.
He's done a TED Talk.
Please welcome Donald Sadoway.
And even turned out one night to chat all things battery with Stephen Colbert. Oh, and by the way, Sadoway's a Canadian, born in Toronto. He has a strong desire simply to do good.
I think a peaceful and prosperous world rests on the invention of modern, cost-affordable batteries. It is science in service of society. And maybe that was the Canadian piece, that we just said this is a noble enterprise, as opposed to we want to do something really cool, like we're going to write an app for an iPhone. I'm not interested in that stuff. You know? This is much, much more important.
The issue with existing batteries is that they suck, okay?
By now, you may be thinking, but what about Elon Musk and all the work he's putting into battery development, not least with those Teslas? Truth is, all kinds of experts worldwide are chasing the same goal. So, back to the plant where they're testing Sadoway's bright idea.
Everything seems geared toward keeping it simple. Am I right on that?
Keeping it simple, low-cost materials, and then the fundamentals of the technology being a very long lifespan potential.
David Bradwell, once a student of Sadoway's and, as it turns out, also from Toronto, now helps run the startup aimed at making and marketing the better battery. The big challenge now, proving to the world that everything works perfectly. So far, so good.
See if I've got this right. It's got to be cheap.
Cheap.
Yes. It's got to be reliable.
It's going to last for
It's
a really long time.
last for a long time.
Yeah.
And their big selling point, their battery will never overheat, catch fire, or explode. They hope to get it on the market within 3 years. As Sadoway puts it,
This is not in the would-be-nice category. This is in the must-have category.
It's the answer, isn't it?
Yeah?
and with that, The world's power grid awaits. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Marlborough, Massachusetts.